everyone, this is Trinity with From We Can to We Can and our At Home series. Today we have with us Miguel and his daughter Liliana, and they're going to be sharing their story. So why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves.
All right, so my name is Miguel, and this is my daughter Illiana, right?
Yeah.
And we're from Toy Quest 101. So Toy Quest 101 is a show that inspires kids with autism and special needs. The show kind of started because a couple years ago, Illiana was watching YouTube like kids do nowadays, which I never did that when I was young. So, and as she was watching a program, I told her, hey, you should do your own YouTube show. And she kind of put her head down and she was like, no, I can't. So as a parent, I was like, oh man, she's getting bullied. Maybe somebody told her no. Of course, I thought the worst. And when I asked why, she said, because she has autism. So as a parent, that kind of threw me back because I wasn't expecting that answer. During the first show, I did it with Illiana. We opened up some blind bags or some toys, and it came out super, super good. She was talking more. She was being interactive. A lot of things that we were struggling with her because of her autism, and she was, kind of coming out of her shell during it. And then from there, I mean, we've kind of blown up. We have vendors send us stuff like you see in the back to open up. We have celebrity guests, which is our biggest shows, come onto the show live with us. We had numerous celebrities come on the show, which is super cool. And yeah, we have a lot of, success with it. And as we go on, from month to month and show to show, we do a lot of volunteer work and tell the world about other people's stories, kind of like what you do on your show, which is amazing. And we just try to spread positivity and help as many people as we can.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. So how did you know that you wanted to start with toys? Like, was that because of the YouTube shows that she was watching, or?
Yeah, I mean, I think we had a mutual agreement on what to do. I mean, I'm a big kid at heart. And, we wanted to kind of intrigue kids to watch the show. So what better way to do it than with pop culture and toys and all that stuff.
That's awesome. Illiana, how does it feel to be doing this with your dad?
It feels so great with my dad doing this channel with whole many toys and make everybody happy. Yeah.
Awesome. Do you guys feel like your relationship has grown since you guys have started it?
Yeah.
Yeah. We got a lot of things more in common, and it's fun. It's fun because it brings our relationship a lot closer. Daddy's little girl type thing. We're obviously 2 generations apart, right? So right. A lot of times, like we had Run DMC on our show. We had DMC, Daryl McDaniels, which I knew who he was because he was a legendary hip hop group, right?
Right.
He does comic books and all, but she really didn't know who it was. So I got to introduce her to somebody who I kind of grew up with, and the show was amazing. It's kind of funny because we introduced and cross genres and stuff.
That's so awesome. So how have you guys felt as though that it really advocates for the autism community? Like, do you see feedback from people with autism? Like, how is that going in that area?
Yeah, so I mean, obviously we're on the internet, so I get emails, DMs, constant messages from people from all over the world. The biggest thing, right, is that we want to inspire kids to do what they set their mind to, because a lot of kids that have special needs, I don't want them to think kind of like Illiana, where she thought that because she had a disability, it was a roadblock to accomplishing their dreams. So we want to inspire them to, hey, if this is something you want to do, you could do it. Don't let anybody tell you can't. Me, and this is a feel-good story. It gives me goosebumps. It's already giving me goosebumps. Look at that. So one day we did an event at a mall, and I was looking at the other vendors, trying not to go to their table because I was going to buy stuff and I didn't want to buy stuff. But as I'm walking around, I'm looking towards left field, and all of a sudden I feel something just grab onto my legs. And I'm just like, what the heck? And I look down, and it's this little girl just holding onto my legs as tight as she can. And I'm over here like, whose child is lost? Like, what is this, right? And she looked up at me, and I'm like, hey. And she goes, I've been looking for you all day. Oh, my God. And I'm over here like, kind of like, what is happening? And her mom, I see a parent approaching, and she goes, oh, we've been looking for you all day. She's a huge fan. She goes, she has autism. It was something special for her. I knew we impacted people, but that right there was like the moment that I was just like, man, everything paid off just by that little girl, you know, knowing who we were. She was dying to meet Illiana, so I rushed her over to the table. She met Illiana, she went nuts. And it was just nice. And they drove a long way just to see us I would have never thought anybody would do that for us. So that was a real special moment. Cool. So as long as we're impacting someone and making somebody believe, that's really what we want to kind of do.
Of course, that's a great story. And it's good to know that it's great to know that the autism community is responding to this well, and you're creating representation, because that's what our organization does as well, creating representation. So where do you hope to see this YouTube channel go? Be like, what are your goals for it?
Celebrity guests that are like on our bucket list of people, right? So we've been blessed because we've had a lot of celebrity guests come on to the show, right? Unexpectedly, like it just, you know, it's great that it happened. So one of them is, of course, Ellen DeGeneres. She's a big fan of John Cena, which is a wrestler. We have Will Smith, love Will Smith. And the biggest person, he's a small guy, you probably don't know him. A lot of people don't know him. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. So, I mean, I don't even got to say anything about The Rock, but The Rock is just flat out amazing.
Awesome.
So Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is one of our like biggest goals to have on the show.
That's awesome. That's really incredible. I would be so happy to finally see those celebrities on your show. So we'll make sure to tag them and try to get some commotion behind it, and let's see if we can make that happen. That would be awesome. What advice do you, both you, Liliana and Miguel, advice for the world?
You want to go first, or you want to go first?
You can go first.
So for me is always have hope, right? Because especially now, I mean, this 2020 has been insane. You know, everybody knows what's going on in 2020. It's always good to have hope and stay positive. When I was in school, I had teachers tell me that I wasn't going to amount to anything. You know, I went to college, got a degree, I'm successful, I'm doing things in the community. There's always people and always things that are going to influence you in a bad way, but always keep that hope. No matter what you do, as long as you stay true to yourself and you believe in yourself, right? Yeah. And what do you think? What advice would you give people?
Probably stay positive.
Yep, stay positive.
That's good. All right. Well, we are so thankful that you came on our show, and we would like to gift you with a $50 Visa gift card. It's our thank you to you for being a part of the show, and
thank you.
Of course. We are just so happy that we have other people advocating for the autism community and disability community, and it means a lot to us. So it's just our gift to you. Thank you again. Of course. Thank you again for being on the show. Thank you, viewers, for watching. This was From We Can to We Can, and this was our at-home series. We will see you next time.